A new poll is out showing again that a vast majority of Albertans oppose the NDP's carbon tax, a tax they didn't mention in the last election. 2/3 of Albertans were opposed to the NDP's carbon tax before its imposition on January 1st, and this week's poll shows that 2/3 of Albertans are still opposed to it. That's even after they spent millions of our tax dollars trying to convince us that this high new tax on everything is good for us. But Albertans just aren't buying it because they understand that a carbon tax like this just cascades down through the economy. It hits the average person hardest. It's going to raise the price of everything, and it's not doing anything to help the environment. And, you know, we have to recall that the carbon tax they imposed on January 1st was at $20 a ton. It's set to go up by $10 to $30 a ton on January 1st of next year. And then the NDP has quietly signed on to a special deal with Justin Trudeau to raise it after that to $50. And the Premier has left the door open to even further increases. So it's no wonder that Albertans are skeptical. They understand that this tax is all economic pain and no environmental gain. They saw that Australia repealed their carbon tax, that the French socialists have done a 180 on their intended carbon tax. The greenest voters in the United States down in Washington state vetoed a carbon tax. The US and all the major industrialized countries are going in the opposite direction. So it doesn't make any sense for us to be the only major oil and gas producer in the world to penalize ourselves in this way, to drive up costs for ordinary working Alberta families. So it's one thing to oppose the carbon tax, but we need to repeal it. That means defeating the NDP in the next election by uniting Albertans around our free enterprise values to end vote splitting so we can ensure a free enterprise government in 2019. And if I'm involved in that government, bill number 1 will be the Carbon Tax Repeal Act.